Hello, I thought that I'd tell you the truth about life and the devil incarnate as well, because I saw it once. But anyhow, let's skip to the chase. The devil incarnate, you probably want to know about that, right? It was this slender, wearing a trench coat, slinky ass, fucking, very unattractive, although I thought he was. I mean, he built nicely, of course, God made him that way, but all the women are like, no, not that. That mosquito wants to fucking attack me. But anyhow, the minute he walked in, it felt cold. It felt like this cold vacuum just that sucked life out of everything. And made everything feel like shit. And then when he gave the change to the cashier, I could tell that the devil had touched her hand. The devil incarnate, whomever chose to do it with a Ouija board or whatever. And she looked at me like, that thing just touched me. And so when I handed her the change, I made sure to touch her hand so that she could feel the hand of a human again. Like a human that has not sold their soul to the devil or something, whatever it was. There. But that's my story, and that happened in a pharmacy in Bellows Falls, Vermont. Killing a mosquito, as it were.
It was hot here today. It was really muggy.
So on to my lesson about the devil. Here's my lesson about the devil. If you ever have a question in your mind, did God create evil? The answer is no.
I might get kicked out of
Even in the Bible, there's discrepancies about this.
because they want me to pay
But
for
in
my
truth,
rent.
no. God did not create suffering. God did not create evil. God was betrayed by his best friend, Lucifer, in any language. It could be pagan. It doesn't matter how. It could be Native American. It could be in any language that there's such a thing as demons. I'm pretty sure, at least there should be, that there's such a thing as betrayal. That, in other words, the devil had free will in the very beginning, known as Lucifer to some. So fine, Lucifer. So Lucifer had free will in the very beginning, and Lucifer chose to do with his powers what he did. And what he did was sabotage this entire universe. If you notice, there's suffering all about us. Mars is pockmarked with asteroids, not full of life. It's not like heaven, and there's reason for it. So, next time you want to blame God for everything, remember, blame the devil instead. The devil is the cause for your problems. I guarantee it. And worst of all, not only does the devil have free will, but so do these other people. It's also best of all, but it does mean that these people can be evil to you now because of the devil. Even made it possible. I mean, imagine that. You're shaking God's hand like, hey, it's a job of a lifetime. Let's do that. My name's Lucifer. The devil in any language, whatever. And here I go off to do my job, and then I'm just going to fuck you over on every front with all these magic powers or whatever that you're given. Lucifer was given. And proceeded to fuck God over royally. So they fucked us all over royally, and now all we can do is recoup and go to heaven. Now, in my personal opinion, you don't have to be Judeo-Christian to go to heaven. You can be any religion you want. You don't have to even have one. And that's what all the near-death experience people are saying. And by the way, if you're going to trust somebody, you could trust him. You could trust somebody who tells you their opinion, or you could trust somebody who had a near-death experience, like they actually went to heaven, they actually saw God, they actually talked with them. To me, that's much more reliable. What they're saying is not your typical religious stuff. They're saying that's much more spiritual. And what I'm trying to append to that is that, trust me, it was the devil's fault. Oh, look, this little bug on my finger. Can you see it? Little buggy bug. Little buggy bug flew away. See, that's how nice of a man I am. Meanwhile, there'd be other people tell you, well, if you're born in India, then you're all the refuse of God. You all just go to hell. That does not make any sense at all. You'll find some other people tell you that the earth is flat. That's not true either. For example, if you drove from France, if you flew an airplane from France all the way around the globe, or around the circle, whatever you want to say, to France, you're not turning in the left hand or right hand direction, or you're going in a straight line, which proves that it's a globe. That's just to get started. Well, in fact, this has been a 5-minute video. I don't want to wait for it to upload much longer. And this has been my sentiments for today. And I hope you all have a nice night. Alright, peace. Or good day. Whatever. Aloha. Merry meet. Namaste. Blessed be. God bless you. Goddess bless you. In case you're forgetting it. Because he is married. Do you think you're the only people who can get married around here? Look at all the other religions that are around you, by the way. In case the Judeo-Christians just happen to be watching. You really just don't know. I mean, I think that Jesus betrayed a lot of people with his words. He said, I have psychic powers, now I'm God. If you don't believe me, you're going to go to hell. And he said things like, you don't get to have a wife in heaven. I think that guy was pretty fucked up, to be honest. A lot of people around me are going to resonate with that, and some people will not. And that's how it is. But anyhow, it's not about some fight between religions or spiritualities to me. The main point to me is that the devil is what fucked us up. And by the way, a lot of people in India who believe in Buddhism go to heaven. Y'all, be careful what you say, Christians, alright? Because what you say is a lot hurtful more than you think it is. It hurts my feelings, to be honest. To think that God just makes these refuse souls all over the fucking planet for you to judge with your conditional love. And Jesus was a conditional lover. He would only love you if you accepted that he was God. Fuck that shit. So anyhow, that's my speech. Have a good night. Aloha.